Executive Member Haripara sir, CLPIU Chief Emanarayan Srestha sir. Good morning everyone and welcome to today's morning program. I am particularly delighted today that we are signing the partnership agreement, contract agreement with CBRI Roorkee to provide the technical support for reconstruction or retrofitting of 70 higher secondary schools in 7 districts of Nepal: Gorkha, Novakot, Dhadik, Dolakha, Ramechhap, Sindhupalanchok and Kabrepalanchok. And there are 2 libraries which they will be reconstructing during the while providing the technical support. We are very happy that we have reached to this milestone today. They have a wonderful plan and we look forward to their collaboration at the grassroots level. All these schools are particularly at the grassroots level, at the village level, at the municipality level. So we look forward to have our collaboration, and I'm sure CBRI Roorkee will closely collaborate with CLPIU Education and NRA and their officials and technical people on the ground to take forward this project. Thank you very much. Good morning everyone.
Your Excellency, Ambassador from Government of India, Executive Director and the team from the CBRI Roorkee, Excellency Dr. Rajesh Kumar, DCM, Embassy of India, NRA Board Member, Dr. Nepal Executive Director of the Project Director of CLPIU Education, and all the colleagues and the media who have been presented over here. Thank you very much for providing this opportunity, and also it is really a pleasure for us that since a long time that we are waiting to have this day and this morning for the signing ceremony with the CBRI Roorkee, which was to a certain level already agreed upon, and the certain level of the procedure was there, and we are discussing in the different times that how early that we will be able to sign this this agreement, so that the people who have been waiting since a long time after the earthquake, because it is already almost 3 years already been spent, and the people are in the ground and the field are really waiting when these schools should be started. And now this is officially, now we can say that now we have the project management consultant in place in Kathmandu, and our team will be working, our project implementation unit in the central level, in the education sector. They will be now start to go ahead to work very closely with you, and this is really a very, very pleasure moment for us. Anyway, we have really found, though it is taking some time to have this project management consultant in place because of different reasons, but we have been working very closely with the team, Sushitaji and Dr. Rajesh Kumar, and the embassy itself was very much keen to support to us, and that's why we have just now been saying that this the consultancy is just under the process, but you are supporting also already in the informal way, giving your feedback and the suggestions in the projects, and then already 8 projects have already been with this the tendering process was already initiated, and then we have already been able to have the contract award. Not only the award, but also the stone laying ceremony in one of the schools was also already been done, and Dr. Ajay Kumar was there, yeah? And
one of my colleagues was there.
Colleagues from the embassy side were also present there. That's why also the signing that the things are moving, and the reconstruction even in the school sector has also been going ahead. So it is really sort of the good sort of the sign that we have. And secondly, not only in the school sector, we are also getting the support in the other reconstruction sector as well, in the housing sector, where we are receiving the 10 billion rupees, plus 5 billion from the line of credit as well. So for the 50,000 houses, for which the UNDP and UNOPS, the 2 project management consultants, are already working in the field, and then they are verifying the sort of the houses and providing the technical assistance to the concerned households where they need. So through this approach as well, the housing reconstruction is also going very fast, and then that is really very much sort of the appreciating sort of the task that we are doing collaboratively together with the Government of India, Embassy, and the National Agricultural Authority, and also the concerned government agencies of the Government of Nepal. And regarding in the health sector, we are also receiving 50 million US dollars of the package, and the heritage sector also 50 million US dollars. Maybe on that also, in the health sector also, maybe we'll be discussing together with Embassy and also the CBRI Roorkee also, the project consultant in the education sector, how maybe your support can really be extended or not, whether it is possible or not. If that will be possible, I think that will really be very, very helpful to go ahead, even in the health sector as well. And then on that also we can discuss, and maybe we can come to a conclusion so that we can also start also the health sector as well. We have actually, in the meantime, we are not just waiting for the project management consultant to be here. We have already initiated, even to say another 60 schools already. I think now we expect from the PFC in the education sector, from your side, sir, that please look at those 60 schools DPR projects as soon as possible, and if you can provide the concurrence on that, or any comments, any technically from the technical perspective, and your comments and the feedback, that will really be very, very helpful, and the people are very much going to be waiting in the field to start these schools. I'm always getting the call from the local level, from the local government level, the parliamentarians, that our schools will be started, when it will take time. That's sort of the queries that it generally comes always. And we have also already initiated also that these to expedite the process also, in consensus with the MSc team, the project team, that the design of the other schools for the consultants have already been appointed from the side of the fund. Government of Nepal fund. If that will be possible for the reimbursement, that is so fine. If not, then we can also manage that fund, because anyway this fund will be available to us. So we have already actually initiated for the designing of the other school session. So for this also, I think our team from the CBRI Roorkee, that you will be also supporting on that, helping on that, and looking to the projects immediately, so that we can immediately start all the projects. So our team have already also discussed also that already started to find out the space for you in the same building, and then that is also, I have also been there, and then I will also looking into this, visiting the office, and then maybe you please look into that, and then we'll be providing any sort of assistance, whatever you need, in the central level, and the head office level, or in the field level. And then will be there are one sort of a good sort of thing at the moment is that local governments are in place. Our local representatives are already in the place. They will cooperate because this policy is for their people, for their constituency. So that's why that sort of the support that you will be receiving, and we assure you that during your stay in Kathmandu and in our country for supporting this, I think that will really be very, very fruitful to us. And also I wish that your stay, your whole team will completely stay in Nepal, and then will be cooperating you in whatever ways that may be needed. And I wish that our cooperation will be very, very strong, and also will be very much successful in the days to come. Thank you very much, Your Excellency Ambassador, your effort. I think without your effort, this continuous effort, it would haven't been possible, that it might have been taking more time. And Dr. Ajay Kumar, that is, he was really very, very supportive always. And then I have found Suchita and all the team, Kusma Madam, all the team who are working in the reconstruction field, I think they are very much cooperative to us. And really thank you very much. And I wish you all the best in the future with this settlement. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Suchita. Madam, let me assure you, you will have to bear for only a few minutes more. And I am equally keen to be in the protocol. Your Excellency, Chief Executive, National Reconstruction Authority, my colleagues from the Embassy led by the Deputy Chief of Mission, all the members of the Government of Nepal's large institutional arrangements dealing with reconstruction, my colleagues from the CBRI, this wonderful institution from my country, and friends, all of you who've come in large measure, members of the Fourth Estate, friends from the United Nations set up, and all of you. Great welcome from my side, although I'm speaking at the end, and to say that I'm particularly delighted. So let me tell you, I'm very delighted here, and I'm going to take a few minutes, madam, to speak at these events for a variety of reasons. But today there are, I think, 3 major reasons that delight me in particular. The first is that we have the honor of welcoming the CEO post his reappointment to this particular job, and that we've seen with him that yet another sector is taking on a concrete shape. And I don't know if the pun is intended or not, but you know, at the end of the day, the education sector is also about concrete. Since it's actually a civil engineering effort that we are talking about, the educationists will do their bit. So, CEO Saab, bahut dhanyawad, and thank you so very much for your personal involvement, for your encouragement, for your push. And between you and your team members, believe me, sir, if your hand wasn't right there all the time, it would have been difficult for the institutional arrangements. For us, certainly, we count on your support on a constant basis. I'm also grateful to you for having mentioned something else that I was talking to the team when we were standing outside. That at the end of the day, at least 3 of these sectors are civil engineering works. The housing sector, the education sector, and the health sector. It is only the end use of those particular buildings that we are referring to: education, health, etc. So I hope to see that we take the cue from your hint that we should try and ensure that this premium institution which has come here is available to us to do the next thing also you mentioned here. From my perspective, I have other ideas for that, and I want to thank you very much for this. My second major reason for feeling very proud today standing here is the involvement of the Central Building Research Institute, or should I use the expression IIT Roorkee and so on and so forth, all these great names which come to one. You know, you must, I'm sure many of you in your years at this institution would have met young engineers from Nepal, those who are today holding senior management positions. In fact, in the government in Nepal, especially those who come from the engineering stream, I don't think there's any other institution in India which has as many alumni as you. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, sometime back there was the possibility of other senior secretaries also being from the Roorkee establishment. This for us is also an institution that brings to mind just one word, and that is excellence. It's not just a center of excellence, that of course it is, but it's much more than that. It is a place which has incubated excellence in India. So many people in India today who are involved in the building, the roads, and so many other sectors have all had something or the other to do with this great institution which has spawned this entire set of talent. And therefore, madam, thank you very much for heading your team. We are certainly missing your director, but thank you very much that you are all here. We want to see you more actively involved by yourself as an institution in Nepal. And now that so many things have happened in terms of your own institution, efforts in India to try and take partnerships forward, business development, etc., I hope that this will lead to your also feeling encouraged to be involved in this. So I'm particularly thrilled and delighted that we have such kinds of excellence that we've been able to bring to the table here. And thirdly, and let me tell you, that is perhaps for me the most motivating factor, that I'm able to see my esteemed deputy, who was posted to this embassy only to take these things forward, has now been able to sign 2 agreements in 2 of these sectors. I think this is quite an achievement, and it's all as a result of tremendous personal efforts. Of course, Shuchita, Kusuma, the entire team, etc., have also been involved in a big way, but it's you who's taken charge of all of this. Now, just a few words. I want to say that education, I think we all agree, is perhaps one of the most key ingredients to human development. And basic education, higher secondary education, this is the stepping stone to doing all the various things that we wish to do in the world. The government of Nepal has a big motto, Samrid Nepal, Khushi Nepali. When we look at a prosperous Nepal, one way or the other, whichever way we look at it, you do look in terms of material prosperity, and you do look at infrastructure, you do look at several of these things. It is schooling which sets you on the path to providing the capacities which make this thing possible. All of us want prosperity, but prosperity comes as a result of the capacity to be able to generate prosperity. And that's where the importance of education. Therefore, I'm very glad that among the sectors that we chose, obvious was housing, because people had suffered, huge numbers had got displaced, but then we also went for education, which also, I must tell you, Mr. Chief Executive, is an area in which we have done a lot of work otherwise outside the reconstruction phase in terms of our development projects in Nepal, because we believe that education is the path to prosperity. We've done it in India, and we believe this is the greatest contribution in our partnership for progress here in Nepal. So I'm particularly happy with that. We're doing some 70 higher secondary schools. We're doing 2 libraries, and these are particularly good and important as far as I'm concerned. The Central Library at the Tribhuvan University is a repository of such knowledge and information as far as Nepal is concerned, that any serious or even a non-serious scholar has perhaps no other alternative but to refer to what its archives hold and what its books can do. And this will lead to a kind of specific kind of revival on activities which are based from libraries and sources of learning. So I want to congratulate everyone. To the NRA, sir, huge congratulations that I'm glad we are able to take our partnership forward. To the CBRI for being strongly there, and to wish your strong engagement in this project and many others in the future. And of course to my own embassy, thank you very much. You guys are sterling and absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much, madam. May I request you to join us on the stage? We will take the photograph now. I think we try and squeeze in a little bit. Sujita, please come. Kusuma ji, baat kya hai? Jaldi, jaldi. All those who are not holding the camera can all come.
Uddhav ji.